the groups or just songs?
I mean, like songs. So, like, you know, even Renee and Angela joined.
Yeah. Because I was trying to find groups. I'm like, man, I can't even find no groups and not go back 30, 40, 50 years or something.
Right. Then we gonna chop it up about why that is, like why we don't see those joints. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get ready to rock. What's good? Y'all tuned into the Corner Radio, hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad up here in effect with me tonight. I got my man Bezo from the Writers Bench. What's good, fam?
Hey, peace. What's good?
And everything is everything. We got my man JR, who was holding me down in the studio yesterday. Yo, this dude was engineering for me yesterday, Bezo.
I know, y'all. I might got a new hobby, yo.
Yeah. That's what it is. And yo, for the first time chopping it up with us, we got my homegirl Kay. What's going on, miss?
What's up?
What's up, yo? I appreciate you taking time out your day to sit down and chop it up with us. But y'all know us. We're going to jump right into it. We talking about the dopest R&B duets. A couple of days ago, I was just listening to some joints, and I was like, yo, man, it was just nothing doper, to me at least, than just hearing those duets. It was like a man and a woman singing to each other, you know, just talking about love. And we've talked about a million times how that's what's missing with a lot of R&B now. So, you know, we're going to jump into, you know, our top 5 joints. Have there been any recent R&B duets that we're feeling, and kind of like why they fell off, and maybe even some joints that we would like to hear from people. So, Kay, you the first time chopping it up with us. What's one of your joints that's your top 5 R&B duets?
Top 5. I would have to go with Tammy Terrell, Marvin Gaye. You're All I Need. That's definitely can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. You can never go wrong with anything Marvin and Tammy.
At all. So sad, you know, she didn't get to stay around too long so that we could hear more, because I think that they would have been, you know, even better.
Yeah.
You know, had she, you know, lived a little longer. But you want me to go into all my top 5, or
we gonna go one at a time? But what was it about that joint for you that really like that stood out? And what is it about that joint that speaks to you?
Probably the melody, if anything. You know, it's definitely one of those songs that you hear as a child, kind of grew up with, and you see it, you know, in hip hop. You know, it's that melody.
Yeah.
You know, puts you in that in a certain, you know, mind frame. Marvin's voice is amazing. You know, her voice was amazing. It was just an awesome song, especially for that time period.
Yeah. True indeed. Like you said, you can't never go wrong with no Marvin and Tammy. That was it right there. That's what's up. JR, what's one of your joints, babe?
Are we doing from 5 to 1, or we just picking?
You could just go in any order. Just, you know.
Well, see, I had my number 1 was Marvin and Tammy. You All I Need to Get By. So I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go to one I talked about last night. Stephanie Mills and Teddy P with Feel the Fire.
Yeah. So you already gotta give us the background. You why is that joint one of yours?
Oh nah, they just did some singing on that. Like, this just is what it is. And at the end, like when Stephanie and Teddy going back and forth, and she even did like a whoa, like, Teddy, you really singing this to me like that? Like, you really go in like this? So, yo, that's crazy. And I was listening to that joint today to make sure, and I was like, oh yeah, that's top 5 for me. So, yes.
You had to go back and make sure you.
I had to make sure, yo, because I was like, I'm doing the top 5, and I'm gonna throw them in there. Let me make sure. And then when Teddy started screaming, I was like, yeah, you number 5.
All right, no doubt. Bezo, what's one of your joints, B?
I mean, truth be told, I had You All I Need also, but so I'll go with another one from them too. And it's Ain't No Mountain High Enough, man. I mean, that joint, really, like you said, any one of the Marvin Tammy joints you could have picked, you know what I mean, for obvious reasons. But they just had some type of symmetry, man, the two of them. Because I believe they were dating at the time, whatever. They was kind of messing around from what I understand. I could be wrong, but it was just a connection, you know what I'm saying, with the music, you know what I'm saying, with the two of them. It was just, you could hear it through the music and through their singing, that it wasn't just, I mean, maybe they wasn't messing with each other, just the mere fact that vocally their voices blended well together, and then it just sounded like the words they were speaking was genuine, going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So any one of them songs with the two of them, you could have picked for me. But so since I had You All I Need, I'll go with Ain't No Mountain High Enough too, because that's one of my daughter's favorite songs too. So I gotta pick that.
Right, no doubt. For me, I'm gonna go no particular order. Johnny Gill, Stacey Lattisaw, Where Do We Go From Here joint. Probably because I think that joint dropped in 90. And in 90, I'm in 11th grade. You know what I mean? So I'm dealing with relationships, you breaking up with your shorty, you know, and it's kind of like you at that like crossroads, like, you know, all right, I kind of want to see this other shorty, but I'm still with you. So do we break up? And if we do, where do we go from here? Why are you shaking your head, JR?
No, go ahead.
All right, well, so that's what it was for me. It was like, in that joint, just like, I guess it spoke to a situation I was going through at the time, because not a lot of people really put that up there in the duet joints, like, especially not in no top 5, but I think for me, it just has a special place. The whole, where do we go from here? I just always love music that like speaks to situations and can be a soundtrack. And I mean, I just thought that was like, anybody who's in a relationship, through the good and the bad, there's that point where you even think about, all right, where do we go from here? Like, you know, and then Johnny kind of breaks with the, do we go left? Do we go right? And Stacey's just going in at it. And just like y'all just got finished talking about Marvin and Tammy, to me, Johnny and Stacey just had that oomph too. And if I'm not mistaken, they were seeing each other too.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? They just, again, just like with Marvin and Tammy, like there was something with Johnny and Stacey. They just had that chemistry that just made great music together. And, you know, when Johnny starts to go off, he really starts going off on his singing tangents. So, you know, I always thought that was dope, especially towards the end of the song. So, because they really sound like, and it may have been they were really singing it to each other, like, you know, really getting that out on in the studio. Like, you know, Johnny, I seen you with old girl, like, you know what I mean? Like, and she coming in with them raw emotions. So that's one of my joints right there. Where do we go from here? All right, Kay, what's one of the next joints you got?
Real quick. I don't know if you remember, but in the new edition movie, Johnny talked about that. He mentioned about how it was her mom's or somebody, like he was too dark skinned for her family or whatever. So that's what broke them off or whatever. You know, man. I don't
even remember that part.
Yeah. Remember he was talking. It was one of the last, I think, like the last episode when he was like, after they had all they falling out and getting back together, like him and Ralph, I think, somebody was talking.
And Ralph was in the studio.
In the studio, yeah.
And he said that her family thought he was too dark for her.
Basically, if I remember correctly, it was
on the right, because the brother came out and said that was a lie, which I believe it too. But
I mean, I don't know, but Stacey was light, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Wait, I thought she was half white. I thought she was half black, half white, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like I read something a few years ago about her stating something about that too. She never really said it like he said it. He never really said it in the movie either. They kind of just hinted towards it. I feel like I read something about her saying that too.
Yeah, it was like that. She said something. He said something, and who was he talking to? Was it Ralph when he was in the
talking
studio?
to Ralph in the studio.
Yeah, and Ralph said like word like that. And he was like, man, you know what it is, like, and you know, for black folks, you know what it is. When the cats say that, like, man, you know how it is, man. That's what it was. I mean, he was kind of insinuating, you know, it was because he was so dark skinned or whatever.
Especially at that time, man. Y'all don't even want me going to my dark skin rants in the in the late 80s and the 90s, B. So.
Or Jordan, the pre-Jordan era, I call it.
Or like Charlie Murphy said, the Eddie Murphy, the darkest people on the planet back in 85.
So. You was a little bit more than brown. You was considered darknesses.
Right, exactly. But that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
That's for next February, Black History Month show.
All right, Kay, what's another one of your joints?
I'm gonna have to go with. I was discussing it with you, Mariah Carey and Drew Hill. Beautiful Ones. You know, it's not a popular song for them, but it speaks volumes because we all know how Prince is about his artwork. You know, Prince doesn't just let anyone touch his stuff at all. And you know, you're talking about Mariah Carey of that day and age. She has a beautiful voice. Very beautiful voice, you know, nothing compared to what it is to now, of course.
Lord help her.
Oh Lord, that shit was busted.
The same thing could be said for Cisco. You know, I don't think Cisco gets credit for his vocal abilities. I don't think we look at him in that manner, but when you listen to that song, you feel every bit of emotion. They were both singing that song. I don't know if they were trying to show out for Prince or prove to Prince that, you know, he made a good decision and letting them sing it, but you hear it in that song.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. I think we may have to do a show like that, Slept On Singers. Cisco definitely going to be on that list for me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think, like you said, people get caught up in the thong song and he a one-hit wonder and all that. Yo, Cisco could blow. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he could. Like I always say, I put Cisco 1-on-1 against anybody, man. And even if he don't win, he gonna be right there. He ain't getting blown out.
He could
blown out the water. So we may have to do that, slept on singers or something. But he definitely will be on the top of the list with mine. That's a dope pick. That's a dope pick. JR, what you got up next, bro?
I got another one that's not really popular, but it's by Luther Vandross and Martha Wash, Who Have Nothing, on his Power of Love album. Them two went back and forth. That is just a beautiful song. Everything about it, vocally, musically, everything about that record is just so dope. I would have loved to see them do that live. They would have killed that joint, because Martha Wash is another underrated singer for real for me. And she's the top 10 for me. And then Luther's top 5. So when I heard the record, I was like, what? And they just went in, and I just love that joint. Like, I could just space out and just, I'm in their world, yo. So I had to put that in my top 5.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Bezo, what's another one of your joints?
I'm gonna say it before somebody else does. So though I might be the oldest head on this, so maybe nobody will get this. But Very Special, man, by Deborah Laws and Arthur Adams, yo. I mean, the song itself, it takes me back to my teenage years, man. My sister, when I was getting all my slow jams and whatnot from my sister, I was so into hip hop. My older sister would put me on, and the first time I heard that, you know, we had the little box radio. You know, my sister's room was next to mine. And she called me in the room like, you got to listen to this. I was like, even as a young teenager, I was blown away like, damn. First of all, they're singing. Both of them. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. But the biggest thing about it is the lyrics, man. And that's what this new generation of R&B doesn't come close. That was like, to me, one of the last generations of just really heartfelt, dope lyrics in R&B, man, where cats said they piece, and it wasn't overly sexualized. It wasn't, you know, these weird analogies. You reminded them of their Jeep and none of that nonsense. It was just like, yo, the song is very special. Saying that they love for each other is very special. You know what I mean? So everything about that, the melody, the part at the end where they just rapping, just talking or whatever, the whole shit, man. That's my joint right there. Top 5 slow jams for me all the time right there.
Yeah, I feel you with the Very Special joint. That joint was crazy. And then you can't even front on how Fuba and Mary freaked it, you know, on the wall.
That's right.
So, yeah, I definitely feel you on that. One of my joints is a joint, another joint that a lot of people really don't think about, but it's called Love Is Finally Come at Last. You know what I mean? It's Patti LaBelle and Bobby Womack.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Oh,
so, yeah, Love Is Gonna Come at Last joint. It's definitely one of my favorite slept on joints. I was talking with some my homegirl about the other day, and she had never heard it. I was like, oh, I did. Send it to MP3, but that joint is just dope. I mean, anything Bobby Womack to me is just classic soul all day long. So you can never go wrong with Bobby. And then you throw Patti in the mix, and it's just you can't go wrong with Patti either. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that was one of the other things that used to always get me about those days, that we always, well, not always, but a lot of times we would get 2 powerful singers together. You know what I mean? It's not like you was getting 2 randoms, you know, who just happened to be on the same label. It was like you was getting 2 powerhouse people in the studio with each other, and it was like, yo, just take them to church, like almost on the 5 Heartbeats, like Choir Boy, just take them to church, and you know, everything like that. So that Bobby Womack, Patti LaBelle, if y'all haven't heard it, please go out, check it out. Love Is Finally Come at Last. Easily one of my favorite joints. Very slept on joint too. What you got up next, Kay?
Have to go with Luther and Gregory Hines. Another song I think is slept on. I think for me, you know, I'm probably one of the younger ones right now. But you know, when you hear things when you're younger and you're going to try to research who that is, I never knew Gregory Hines was a singer. I just knew him for, you know, being on TV. So that alone was a shock factor. But I just think it's a wonderful song. You would have never guessed those two would be together in the studio, you know, making a classic like that. Like that was an amazing song. It really was.
That joint is crazy. And it's kind of like with me and when we was over at the crib at my house yesterday, and we were talking about 2 dudes being in a duet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like one of those things that I was remembering on the John B special, how Babyface was like, you don't never want to seem like they singing to each other. You know what I mean? But it was like with Gregory Hines and Luther, it's just that joint just fit. You know what I mean? And it was just, you know, even how it just came in with the I fell asleep late last night, like that's just one of them classic joints. Man, that's class. That always brings me back to the roller skate rink. That had to be like 86 for me. So I'm 5th grade, you know what I mean? And that joint just, you know, I remember being at the skating rink, like scared to talk to the shorty. And then that joint came on and I just got the oomph. I was like, come on, girl, like, let's just do this. You know what I mean? Like, so that joint always holds a special place for me. You know what I mean? So JR know every story, every song go back to a shorty somehow.
I was waiting. That's why I was like, I know he gonna talk about it because he talked about it yesterday. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait. I ain't gonna say nothing. He got a story for the shorty.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing about music. That's to me why it's so dope. It's almost like a photo album. Like,
yes, I'm about to say, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like a photo album. It's like when songs come on, whether you want to remember or not, you were gonna remember. Damn, I was with this person during this time, and it's so. That's the dopest thing about music to me. It's like a photo album of your life a lot of times, you know, and it's personal only to you. You know what I mean? Like somebody else's song that you love is a song somebody else never even liked, you know. So, but yeah, that Luther joint and Gregory Hines, it was funny because that's the joint I played the other day, JR, for the song of the day, and just even seeing the video again was just dope. Seeing those two together and everything. So that's dope. That's dope. JR, what's another one of your joints, big?
All right, I'm gonna take it back to '62, and this is a classic for me because it just reminds me of me and my grandfather chilling, and he used to love Brooke Benton. So I love the duet that him and Donna Washington did with "Baby You Got What It Takes," and that joint to me is just like when you think of an R&B duet, you might think of a slow song. But this is a fast record, and I think him and Donna Washington complimented each other on the record, and it's just dope. It is a fun record. So I knew for all 5 of them, I didn't want them to all be fast. So I was like, all right, let me throw one fast joint in there. So if that had to be, it would be that one.
This is the part that kills me with you. You always the youngest dude bringing up the song from like 19. Right? Exactly.
I knew it.
JR be like, yo, this the duet that Harriet Tubman was singing. Chicken over. Like, yo, dog, who is this? Who break this down for me again?
Yeah, Brooke, you heard of Brooke Benton.
I mean, I've heard of him, but I've never heard the song because he like.
I know what song he's
I know it. I feel bad. I know the song too, but that's our grandfather's generation.
That's right, and that's why I said before then. I was like, "Yo, this reminds me of my grandfather." So let me make y'all know this ain't.
I know my grandfather too. I don't know Brooke Benton, but neither. Like he's still alive, and we chop it up, but we ain't playing no Brooke Benton. So in 1962. On a cumulus day on a day, cumulus clouds. What song is this, bro?
What you want? Oh, you want me to say it again?
Yeah. Because I gotta look this up.
You got what it takes.
You got what it takes,
baby. You got what it takes,
baby. You know it's old if the song start with baby. Right. It's a 1960s song because everything was like baby. You know, it could have just been called "You Got What It Takes." And
right.
Plus. In the 60s, you had to start it off with "Baby" was like it's like Mr. and Miss. So "Baby, You Got What It Takes."
Yeah.
By Brooke Benton and who?
And Donna Washington.
All right.
We say that's our cousin because she got our last name. So
Donna Washington. All right. JR, have you out here doing homework?
Come on, yo.
1960. We talking civil rights. King still alive. You know, you go back with King ain't even dead yet. All right, Bezo, what you got up next, man?
Yeah, I picked a whole bunch and was just like, I'm gonna trim it down as we go along. But like, y'all got my mind reminiscing as I'm looking at these titles here. So I'm gonna have to go with some from my teenage years, my 80s, when I was running them streets, chasing after chicks and all that. Keith Sweat and Jackie McGee, Make It Last Forever.
And you just say that last night.
Right, the son. That shit, I can remember. That was like, I was running around in New Rochelle a lot, now rule, and I had this little shorty lived in like on the border of Mount Vernon and New Road. Oh man, dog, I would have walked like 10 miles to go to her crib and just to chill with her. I can remember walking back from the crib like 3 o'clock in the morning. Part of my friends were blue balls and all singing "Make It Last Forever" in my mind, like, oh man, so please make it last forever. Not the pain of blue balls, but please make it last forever, yo. I was caught up. That song, I mean, I can literally, as I think about that song, I can literally think of, like, I could feel the energy that I was dealing with at the time, where my mind was at, everything in my life that was going on, just because of that song. So it's like you were saying, Kill, like, music is like a snapshot of your life. It's like a photo album, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It literally, you can open it up to a certain song and be like, damn, I remember what I was thinking back then. And I can remember what I was thinking back when that song was out. That whole Keith Sweat was dope, but that one in particular, because it was a duet. And I was like, yeah, that's me and Shorty singing to each other, you know what I'm saying? Make it last forever. It didn't last too long, though. It made it through the summer, and that's about it. But that shit was killing it for a minute, though. Word up.
Nah, I feel you. The funny thing is, a lot of times people even forget about Shorty. You know, we was talking about duets, and I said "Make It Last Forever," and my man was like, "Yo, that ain't no duet." I'm like, "Yo, you don't realize there's a Shorty singing on there?" Like,
right.
I think we think duet so much, like, and then we never really heard of Jackie McGee. You know, like she just kind of came and went or whatever like that. But yeah, that was definitely one. That was definitely one of my joints, man. That was Make It Loud. That had to be like 90s. So we talking, I'm 16. No, that's like 89.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's 80.
80.
I was still
like 89. So I'm 15. So yeah, but that joint was just crazy. Just the way it came in, the bass in that song, it was heavy. He's over there grooving, man. He
always do that, yo.
I can just hear that shit coming on, like, that's my joint with the Walkman and shit on it, on the bus riding over to the club, like, yes, sir.
Yo, see, that's why I love doing the R&B shows with him, because usually he always, the Locks and Wu-Tang, he always so hard. The R&B shows where he shows his
trying to tell you, man. I ain't got them hood nigga ears now. I got some, you know, I got some eclectic taste now. I got some refined taste too now.
We be doing hip hop shows. Beezer don't be grooving over here. It's the R&B shows where niggas be following and everything.
Right.
But, yeah, so Make It Last Forever was one of mine. I mean, it's just classic. I think my junior prom, that was the theme. I don't even know if prom still do that, have themes, but that was definitely the theme, I think, of my junior prom back in 91. So another classic joint, What you got up next for us, Kay?
I'm gonna have to, let me go to my list. It's hard to just do 5, you know.
I told that. JR has hit me in the head. Well, of course, we're gonna have some extra ones, but you know, I always that's the fun part of it, is really trying to figure out.
Really trying. They competing over here on my list.
Right.
I'm gonna have to do something a little more new school. I'm gonna go with Kiki Wyatt and Avant, Nothing in This World. Amazing voices. I mean, what more can you say? They work well together. It was almost like a matter of fact, I think they might have redid a Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. I can't think of what song. Precious Love. They redid Precious Love. Yeah, they did. They did.
I didn't even peep that.
But they sound really good together. You can see the same type of chemistry, you know. I mean, you know, Kiki's voice was just amazing. She still sounds the same, just about, you know, she's not hitting the same notes, but you know, it was an amazing song, amazing video to go along with it too. That was probably right before R&B started to die off and not be what it is, you know, or what it was, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that one. That's my next one.
That's a dope joint. Kiki Wyatt is a beast, man, and you know, I feel like a lot of times, I even know for me, like, you know, when I think of Kiki Wyatt, I just think of that R&B diva show and all of that, but you don't really think of the music. But yeah, Shorty, my wife was showing me something. I forgot what she was singing. Was it Patti LaBelle or something? And she was just tearing that thing up, off. Like, and I was like, damn, not too many people can do Patti and go off, you know, but Kiki was going in. She's definitely, yeah, we have to do that show. That's gotta be next joint we do, is the slept on artist, because I definitely think Shorty slept on like that. So that's a dope pick. JR, what you got up next, bro?
Of course, Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway, The Closer I Get to You. Had to do that one. Donnie's one of my favorites. To be honest with you, my mom likes Roberta Flack. I'm not a big fan of her like that. I like her better when she's doing her duets with Donnie, but The Closer I Get to You is just a classic joint, so had to throw that on there.
Yeah. I'm shocked you don't like Roberta. What's your beef with her?
I think her voice to me is too bland. I don't know what it is. I've never been she don't. I don't know. It's just to me something about her voice is just too bland for me. So when my mom used to play, I used to be like, "Is that it?" Like I don't know. And she was like, "You don't love this?" I'm like, "Nah." But then when she starts singing with Donnie, I'm like, "Yeah, that's hot. That's hot." But her by herself, I mean, I give her respect, but nah.
You know what? I was gonna say something. I ain't even gonna say it, bro.
What?
No, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna because I ain't pushing no buttons tonight.
No, not that. No, I went to church today. No, you good.
You don't like Roberta, but you want to defend Maya.
Oh, that's true. You're right. You're not getting it today. You got it.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yo, damn, you don't like Roberta Flack, but you about to cut my head off because I don't like Maya. But
you're right about that, Kill. You're absolutely right. But we were talking about albums. We wasn't talking about voices, were we?
You're right. You did go to church today, bro. You ain't falling for the banana in the tail.
I am falling for it tonight. No, right. Not gonna get me.
Yeah. Cool. All right, B, what you got up there?
I mean, I was gonna pick that same joint, and it's funny what you said, JR, because it was the same thing for me. I wasn't quite as down on Roberta, but it's like my mom's was really Roberta Flack fan, and she also put me on a Donny Hathaway. I mentioned this to you on Instagram. And Donny Hathaway, his voice vocally, he's one of my favorite R&B artists of all time. Dude, such an incredible singer, man. But I wasn't quite as down on Roberta. I mean, my mom's was really big into her too, and there was a few joints. But interestingly enough, a few years ago, I just happened one day on a Saturday, there was a documentary on her. You know what I'm saying? Like on Showtime, HBO or something.
It was on Showtime.
Yeah, and I caught myself watching it, and that was the criticism of Roberta Flack back then from a lot of the core Black audience was like, she wasn't not hard enough, but she wasn't in that vein of like a Patti LaBelle's and, you know, those type of Black singers, the female singers. So she didn't kind of get her respect. But then when she did the work with Donnie, that's when it started turning some heads like, oh, okay. And it kind of boosted her career a little something. So I feel what you were saying about. I'm not quite as down on her, but I feel some of what you're saying about. Although I'm still amazed that somebody mentioned Roberta Flack in the same breath as Maya. I mean, that's woo.
Yeah, that's he tried exactly. He tried it today.
That's a little crazy to me, but
he wanted an argument, and I'm not gonna do it today.
I'm gonna let that one slide. But I'll say this: I will go with this song though. Is Rick James and Tina Marie, Fire and Desire, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I even need to really speak on it, but
no, you do.
It's crazy because there's a whole generation of Rick James. People that know him will only know him from the Chappelle Show skit, whatever. But they have no idea how incredible Rick James was, man. And like Tina Marie, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but Tina Marie was his protege that he brought into the game, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? And Tina Marie, who passed away just a couple years ago, you know, she had that blue-eyed soul. Like, I remember saying that my sister put me on to her, and I'm like, I didn't believe her when she told me this is a white chick. Like, come on, man, that's just crazy. I mean, you got the average white band, okay, but Tina Marie is white. Like, come on, you bugging out now. And then when I heard her sing it more, I was like, wow. And then that song, I mean, you talk about that's the type of shit you get married to. You know what I'm saying? You do some like big event, your anniversary, your 10-year anniversary, you coming out to Fire and Desire. You know what I mean? Like that's one of those like all-time incredible. The production, the melody, the music, the lyrics, everything is just like wow. You can't really front on that shit. So I'll go with them since JR picked. What's her name? Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway.
Yeah, and the crazy thing you said about that with Cass knowing, you know, Rick James was from the Chappelle Show. It's funny because the teens I work with in Southeast, you know, they only know Eddie Murphy from Donkey, from Shrek. So when you talk to them about, you know, Eddie Murphy, like Donkey, you know, so it's just funny. They don't know him from nothing else because I'm like, well, Eddie Murphy coming to America. They like, nah, Eddie Murphy.
Yo, that's like knowing Jordan for being the owner of the Hornets.
Yeah, but
that's all you know him as. I mean, not even a sneaker. He's the owner of the Hornets.
That's where we're at right now. You know, it was funny when Straight Outta Compton, the movie came out, my teens was coming to me like, yo, Mr. Kill, Ice Cube was a rapper? Like, I'm like, yeah, like he was a gangster. They like, yo, we only know dude from Are We There Yet and them barbershop movies.
Yo.
You know, so, like you said with Rick James, you know, you got a lot of people who like, I'm Rick James, bitch, and like that's all they know about Rick James. So that's the crazy part because my kid was like, yo, come on, Mr. Yo, Ice Cube wasn't no gangster rapper. I'm like, yo, Cube was the.
He was.
I'm like, he just wasn't a rapper. He was an OG of gangster rap.
He was a poster child for it at his peak.
Right. Right. But again, I get it because they just watching Barbershop.
Yeah.
You know, they watching Are We There Yet? You know, when he playing these roles where he, you know, just nice dude. And it's like, nah, I can't believe that, Mr. Kill. So yeah, you're right. It's gonna be a lot of people who only know Rick for that joint. The next joint I'm going with, one of my favorite joints, another slept on joint, With You I'm Born Again, Sarita and Billy Preston right there. Like that's just, man, just that come show me. Like I'm about to start.
But see, that's what that shit'll do to you. It'll have you coming out of your comfort zone to start singing. You can't help it.
Right. It's like, yo, like, you know, and then just the way that they're going back and forth, doing Sarita be hitting them notes and they just singing together. It's just, I'm telling you, young folk, if you've never heard With You I'm Born Again, not recently, but I guess in the past 20 years, Shantae Moore and Kenny Lattimore had the Duets album out, and that's one of the joints that they did on there. Not that most folk know that album, but definitely check out that With You I'm Born Again. Just an incredible song. We down to the last joints. What you got for one of your last joints, Kay?
I'm gonna go with my girl Mariah again. Her and Boyz II Men, One Sweet Day.
Okay.
You know, when you talk about music and memories, you know, when it comes to R&B, for me, outside of like what's the fool's name from New Edition? Sorry, Bobby Brown. Outside of Bobby Brown, that was like one of my first R&B albums my parents ever bought me. You know, I grew up on Boyz II Men, which when you look at it, they're kind of like, you know, a bit of what a New Edition probably should have been on levels as far as, you know, the success is concerned. But I always thought that was a wonderful song. That was awesome album to me. You know, I'm like one of the biggest Boyz II Men fans ever. So, you know, you too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you and JR, y'all.
Yeah, I got, man, we did a podcast with Jodeci versus Boyz II Men, and I was by myself. So thank you.
I love Jodeci, don't get me wrong, but I'm always edge out with Boyz II Men at the end of the day. Just
thank you. Thank you very much.
State, you know, that's just how it was for me growing up. It was always Boyz II Men.
All right, that's a dope pick. You all Boyz II Men. I get y'all, and I'm from Philly, and I like Boyz II Men. I just, you know, I think I like the hardness of Jodeci just a little bit more. Just, you know, I couldn't do the sweaters and the dresses and the like.
I'm about to say, don't get me started, man.
That's just me. That's just the hood in me coming out. That I'm like, yo, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like I would have been Bobby Brown if I was in a boy group. Like I gotta do my own thing. I can't, you know. But nah, Boyz II Men is dope. Love them. Did a lot for my city, so I ain't got no beef with Boyz II Men. JR, which one of your last joints, big?
All right. Well, since she took the Marvin and Tammy from me off the first, I had to come up with another one. Love Changes by Kashif and Melissa Morgan. That joint is just I love when they did it on Soul Train. They killed it. They sing R.I.P. to Kashif, one of, I think, the best producers that came out of the 80s for real. He like revolutionized R&B in the 80s, in my opinion. But yo, them two, they killed that. And I heard Whitney was supposed to be on that, but you know, Clive Davis didn't let that happen. So they got Melissa Morgan on it. So
yo, bro, didn't Jamie Foxx and Mary do that over on his first album?
Yeah, they did.
All right, I take it you ain't like it.
It was cool. I ain't going to. Nah, that's my girl. I can't do it. It was cool.
Man, don't do it, man. Yo, do it, man. Do it for the gram. Come on.
I didn't. First of all, it ain't even all about Mary. I'm not a big Jamie Foxx voice dude. Like, to me, I think Jamie Foxx is cool, but it ain't all that. So, like, when they did that duet together, I was just like, okay. That was it. So I still went back and listened to that, you know, the original version of that. I was like, nah, that's a duet. I was like, Mary, you could have let somebody else get on that. You could have let Maya get on that one.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Oh. Maya, we back to Maya again.
Throw that shot in there.
If for everybody out there, if you're looking for a manager, JR is an excellent manager. He holds his artists down. Right now, he's currently
Okay, Bezo, it's on you.
All right, Bezo, which one your last joint?
It's just tough, man. Trying to trim the fat, man. It's like I want to say "Gentle" by Frederick and Janice Dowling, but I'm gonna have to go with a much more recent "Bliss," man, with John Legend and Teyana Taylor. That joint is off of the Good Music Kanye joint, and it's produced by this white cat from like K or something that does like a lot of EDM house type shit. But that track, whew, man, yo, the production is just mad big, which I love. I love R&B, the newest style R&B that's like real big with the sounds and the elements and all that, and the hits and the drums and all that. But the singing, I mean, I love John Legend's voice. And I mean, I'll give him credit. He reminds me of the old cast, the Marvins and them, with his voice and whatnot. But Shorty holds it down too. I don't know much other music by her, but that one in particular, between again the lyrics, the melody, the whole 9 yards, and how the two of them, literally what they're saying to one another. I mean, it's bliss. The song is incredible, man. I love that joint right there.
I never heard this joint. It's off. You said it's off John Legend's
album? No, it's off of I think it's the Good Music album. When Kanye put the label together, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's off of it's the one that's got Raekwon on that album with somebody else. There's a bunch of joints off of this. CL, Raekwon and CL got a song again on the album, and it's got that album cover. It's like a piece of artwork that painting, whatever it is the album cover.
All right, I gotta check that out. I didn't even know they had a joint together.
Yeah, it shit is dope.
Thank you for putting me on. I like Teyana Taylor. She has a good voice.
I was gonna say that's a slept on album. The album she dropped maybe about a year ago.
That album was fire.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That was a dope album. The thing I liked about it, the production matched this. They kept her in the lane. It was dope.
Yeah.
They said she did that without much help from Kanye. That was all her.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That joint was dope. The last one I got for my 5 is not kind of recent, but I Don't Want to Do Anything with Mary J and KC off the Worcester 411. You know, that's 91. I'm a senior in high school, going in a freshman at Morgan State, and I just think that my whole freshman year, Bezo, at 92, I think that's all Cash was playing was that Mary Worcester 411. You know what I mean? Every Jeep that rolled by, every car that
every room, every dorm, everybody.
The queen.
You good, JR? You want to talk about?
No, I'm just happy y'all talk about this because Mary's the queen. Are you serious?
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, that, and I just loved her and KC just going there. Like, again, you could hear that emotion of them singing at each other. You know what I mean?
When they did it on Unplugged.
Who was more high in that? I'm just kidding.
Oh, you ain't lying. Who knows?
They
look at that Unplugged performance. You know they sweating like what? That sweat is coming down. You like, yo, that coke is coming through, yo.
Hey, what Rick James say? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Fire. Hey, yo, most of our favorite songs you probably done when people were high out their mind. So we talked about that the other day. Like, what would black music be without drugs? Like, would we have the music?
A lot calmer.
I know it's not. That's an honest question. Like, how would it be? Like, Bezo, back in the day, cats would come through the studio when we was at Morgan, and they would be like, "Yo, I gotta get high first. Like, I can't even rhyme. Like, without even, I need to get some weed or something.
40, some weed, even if it was just like you smoke a cigarette real quick. It was some type of altered state had to be going on in order to do shit.
Right. Like, and I know cats nowadays, if you ain't got no Hennessy, you ain't getting no session started. So that's. Well, I mean, facts. I mean, I've seen it, bro. I've seen it, man. Right. I've seen people come in sober. They be like, "Come on, Kill, you gotta let me go to the store." I mean, let me get some time outside in the car before we come in and record. But yeah, so that's it. What are some of the other joints? Like maybe 1 or 2 other ones that didn't fit the 5. If you got any more left, what you got, Cash?
You said it before we came on. I'll Be Good, man. Renee and Angela, yo. I almost picked that because that. I mean, for me, I don't know if it's so much the vocals, but that melody, the music, man.
That's what I was about to say. The melody is crazy.
That bass line is just bonkers.
And the crazy thing is that's the only reason why I like that song with Foxy and Jay.
Yeah, same shit.
Because it was over that joint. you know, and you just can't go wrong with that Renee and Angela, that joint. Kay, you had any other joints?
Mariah and Luther Endless Love, I think it's better than the original, but that's just because
I agree.
voices, you know, I'm not taking anything away from Diana Ross and from Lionel, but I'm not the biggest Diana Ross fan vocally. Now,
Agreed.
vocally, I think that Mariah did 1,000% better than she did, and the same thing with Luther. I think Luther's a better vocalist, of course, than Lionel Richie. I think it's better than the original, in my opinion.
All right. You got any other joints laying around?
Probably some newer stuff. I thought I don't know how you guys feel about the Janelle Monáe and what's his name? Miguel Primetime. I thought that was a great. I mean, I don't know if you can consider that a duet. It's more just like, a collab, if anything. I think duets, when we think of them in the sense of, the artists that we just named and the songs that we just named. Nothing else off the top of my head though right now.
I'm surprised nobody said Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney, man. Girl is mine, son. Come on now. I'm joking.
I know he's joking.
But I am surprised nobody said it because they were actually a duet as a group. It's Ashford and Simpson. I mean, they were an actual duet and they were married. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they wrote basically all the Marvin and
Tammy. Like people that don't normally sing together, though.
Yeah, but everything they did. Everything they did was a duet, and they had some joints.
Oh yeah, and I mean they wrote all of Marvin and Tammy, so
yeah.
I'm like the odd man. I wasn't a big Ashford and Simpson fan.
I wasn't either.
Me either.
Like Solid as a Rock type of shit wasn't really my bang or whatever, man. That was like that pop R&B type of shit. But Street Corner was a dope. That's like an old 80s, 90s barbecue joint right there.
Yeah.
What was that CeCe Winans and Whitney Houston song? What was the name of that?
Count on Me.
Yes. I thought that was a pretty good song, but
No, I like the joint. I like the joint. It's so we'll do another show on my mind.
Am I wrong for assuming that it isn't technically Jodeci a duet group because the light skinned cats never sang nothing?
No, they just did production and one of them just looked pretty.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't it wasn't like it was really Casey and JoJo. That was a duet.
Technically, you're right that they are a duet, but it was 4 of them, so we still got to throw them.
It was really 3 in the group.
Okay, so Mr. Dalvin did the production, right? So what did Devontae do?
That's what I'm saying. It was really
no.
Devontae was the production, yeah.
Okay, Devontae was the production. So what did Mr. Dalvin
just sat there?
Dalvin was the rapper. He was the rapper.
He never said anything.
Nah, Dalvin was the rapper. Dalvin, when it was time to do the rap,
Okay, so how many of the hits was he rapping on?
None.
Yeah, you trying to get this go back into Boys Men versus Jodeci.
No, I'm not. No. I'm just saying. At least everybody in Boys and Men could sing.
Go.
All right.
Could the baritone nigga really sing?
Yeah, Mike could sing.
Also, front and center, you know what I mean? Vocals of it. He was always way in the back.
Mike had the scary. Mike was just scare people. But some of the other joints I had on mine was really anything from Renee and Angela. All Day Slow Jams, My First Love, anything from Renee and Angela was just dope. I think Angela Bofill is so slept on.
Mm-hmm.
With even with her solo stuff, Angel and stuff like that. So anything from Renee and Angela. Do y'all have anything that's more recent? Like some of the stuff I got was I don't know if cats peeped it off the Robert Glasper album, the All Year, the music and Chrisette Michelle joint.
Yes,
I rocked with that joint. One of my favorite joints, We Can't Be Friends, RL and Deborah Cox.
A good one.
Yeah, another one of those joints that can, if you're in a relationship and you've broken up, that speaks to you of the whole year. We still gonna be friends, but I think that song right there is one of those soundtracks. Of course, Spend a Lifetime, Eric Benet and Tamia. And what else do I have down here? Truth be told, a lot of people didn't like it and it won a Grammy. I messed with Tony Braxton and the Babyfaces last album.
Mm-hmm.
The joint, I forgot the name of it, but like one of the main songs was Hurt You. But the whole
Love,
album,
Marriage, and Divorce.
right, Marriage and Divorce. The whole basically album is almost like a rapper album where Babyface has some solo tracks, Tony has some solo tracks, and then they do duets together, and it kind of walks you through the process of a relationship from beginning to end, which I thought was real dope. And then on the low, one of my favorite joints, a lot of people sleep on my man Sleepy Brown. Him and Joy had a joint called Oh Ho Hum, which is a nice
great album.
great album. Nice little freaky duet too on there. So it's not too much love going on, but it's some freaky stuff. And then they also have another joint where Sleepy's just really doing background vocals for Joy, this joint called Lick, which is even freakier than
Oh,
Ho.
yeah.
So if y'all want some freaky duets, just look at Sleepy Brown and Joy. You see them two together, you getting something freaky. It ain't gonna be no love. You ain't playing it at your 5th anniversary, but you play it in the bedroom. So that's one.
Yeah. My background vocals. What about Alicia Keys and who was
Maxwell?
it? Diary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But at the end though. But that was awesome. I still to this day that just still put you in your mind state. Still to this day. But yeah, no, Fire with Dictate was a good one. Maxwell and Alicia Keys. I was surprised that she did that well on that song, but you know.
Yeah, that's another joint that I thought was
Yo, I do have one more classic song that
I got like 3.
is Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway, The Closer I Get to You.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit, that's another one. I mean, sorry, Where's the Love? Where's the Love? You already said that. That joint right there. Ooh, man.
Yeah, you said you had a couple?
Well, you said Spend My Life With You with Tamia and Eric Benet. I actually liked it. It was with CeeLo and Melly Fiona with Fool For You. I like that. I like their little duet that they did. That was dope. Yeah. And then the Mary and Music joint, If You Leave. That joint was tight. And then this new duet that I'm loving, and I talked about in one of my videos, is by Daly and Jill Scott, Until the Pain Is Gone. Love that joint. That duet kind of gives me a little bit of what I was saying about Luther and Martha Wash. The just musically, the song is dope. Jill Scott and Daly did their thing on that record. It's like my favorite joint right now, and it's a duet, and it's so dope. Like it's, oh my god, crazy.
I gotta check it out. What's that all?
It's Daly and Jill Scott, Until the Pain Is Gone.
Yo, did somebody say a Teddy P joint?
Yeah, I said Stephanie Mills and Teddy P.
That's fire. Yeah. Had that. Somebody said something.
All right, now are there any artists that you can see that you would want to, if you had like your eyes closed, the dream collabo? What would be some of those duets that you would love to see, but maybe we never saw before?
They have to be living.
They got to be living, Kill.
Nah. It could be whatever you want to do.
Michael Jackson and Prince.
You said Michael Jackson and Prince?
Oh, that'd have been dope.
Just because of the sheer amount of talent between the two of them cats. I mean, if you talking about the two of them at their prime, man, listen.
I got one. I say if we could have gotten Whitney and Luther Vandross as a duet together, that would have been crazy. They produced the song. He produced the song for her, but to do a duet with them two, that'd have been crazy. And we talking about Pryor, Whitney with her bad wigs. We talking
We talking about people in their prime. So we talking, Whitney in 87,
like 87 to like 92-ish. That's what.
Right.
Yeah. I'd have took a duet then.
That's dope.
Give me Minnie Riperton and Donny Hathaway.
Ooh.
Man,
Oh,
you talk about some ranges in terms of the two of them.
Yeah, that'd have been some.
Before Mariah, for young folks that don't know, before Mariah and them high pitched, it was Minnie Riperton.
Let them know. Let them know. These.
About Minnie Riperton. You put the two of them Hathaway.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd have been dope.
After y'all joints, I don't know if I got that. Y'all name it.
Who else?
Okay, you got anybody?
I think that just because of the style of music, I would have liked to see Raheem Devon and Marvin Gaye. I'm a big Raheem Devon fan. I think they're on the same wavelength as far as what they sing about. And you know, Marvin could blow, Raheem could blow. I mean, that shit magic waiting to happen right there.
Yo got the bounce. She feeling it.
Yeah, nah, that would be good.
I think another good one. This kind of sounds a little weird. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Alan Stone, but I think Alan Stone and Anderson .Paak would be like awesome together.
You know what? That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
Anderson .Paak is a problem, man. That dude,
he is. Oh,
I don't know, Cash. Realize how ill that dude is lit, y'all.
Nah,
he sounds like an MC that sings.
Back over here, because I think UK is taking over the R&B. So he's definitely doing his thing.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. The only thing I got left is I forgot about it. I don't know if a lot of people, it was my number one album last year, Duets. He had a joint Gold in the video on YouTube. It's him and Sid. And they
now, what's the song?
Wait Me.
Wake Me?
Wait, like a wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, like Wait and Gold.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Wait and Gold. If you just put that on YouTube, him and Sid come up from the studio, they kill it.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. But yo, show, Bezo, JR, K. JR, give them all your information about your website, where they can get at you, Twitter, Instagram, all that.
All right, just check out.
Really mainly just Twitter. Loyal LILNY girl, GRL, sorry. I'm usually on there just talking foolishness or, music a lot.
Right. That's how me and Shorty connected, just from talking to music and seeing the stuff that she would be posting and everything like that. JR, what's all this stuff?
All right, juniorworldofsoul.com. Trying to, do this, like put out, stuff that people don't know about R&B. So talk about that, do some dedication videos, all that good stuff. Music Soul Nick on Twitter, Instagram, same old.
All right, Beaver, what's good with y'all? Your stuff?
Yeah, just like I said, man, hit me up on Twitter, man. At Real Life Thought.
All right. And everybody knows me at Kill now. We'll make beats for food. I check y'all next week, y'all.
Right.
Cool.